Hi, welcome back to ghbond channel. Today I wanted to take you down to a peaceful setting down by the lake because the stock I'm about to tell you about is going to get you so excited that we need to start you from a low level of excitement. So relax, chill, take in the sound of the waves, and get ready to be excited. The company we're going to talk about today is a tiny startup, meaning it's a little no revenue company that not many people know about. And because it's a no revenue company, it's very high risk. And so when you're putting money into this company, you should be aware that you could lose up to 90%. Sure, we're looking for a 10 times multiplier, but if something unexpected goes wrong, you don't want to have the down payment on your home in this. The product the company sells is called the Delta Wave CPAP interface. And the Delta Wave CPAP interface is a revolutionary new product. You've seen CPAP masks before. They cover the whole face. This one just inserts in the nostrils. And people who have used it are very happy with it, and we expect it to grab a decent market share. For more information on the details, you can go to Stock Twits. It's a chat board, and a gentleman on here, F355 Spider, typically posts what we call due diligence, which is really just a list of hot button items. He also would be able to answer any questions. Like myself, he's been in the stock over a year. And like myself, he's been accumulating millions of shares over that time. Because what we've been in is basically a long wait process for the FDA approval. I want to blow up a few of the items that are important. Delta Wave will be the first mask that will work with COPD and congestive heart failure. So that'll give us an expanded range that we can sell our product to. They've hired a company called Empirical Technologies to oversee the FDA 510K process. What that does for us is give us pretty much a 100% approval track record that company has on over 200 submissions that they've handled. So that means that there's a very little risk that we won't get through the FDA. RMSL Delta Wave production has already begun, meaning once we get the approval, we're ready to sell product. Also, in addition to the RMSL, we've just started a major CPAP machine distribution deal, meaning that we're buying machines and we're reselling them in the US to help with the shortage of machines. Now we want to take a deep dive into the price action. Now this is April of last year, and this is when we got the patent on the device. You can see big jump in price up to a high of 4.7 cents. So it's been as high as 4 cents, and the floor has kind of been right around 1 cent. So that's where I've been buying for the last year, is around 1 cent. And I don't sell when it goes up. I'm only accumulating because I'm not interested in short-term profits. I'm looking for the big run. Now, if you notice, this has kind of got a triangle pattern going on here, and we're about to break through it. The other thing that's interesting is if you look at 1-year highs, the 1-year high is right up here about 3.2 cents because this dropped off here at the end of April last time. So from here to here is a year. So all we got to do is give about of this 3.2 cents. Now we just had two major announcements. One is that after much delay, you can see right here, people were getting excited at this 3.2 cent peak because they thought we were almost going to be approved. And then it turns out there was a new testing requirement that CPAP masks had to go through that we hadn't completed yet. So it sold off and we waited. And now we're getting to the point where we're ready to take off. RMSL just announced that they have submitted with a 30-day approval window the revised form paperwork to the FDA. So what that means is all of the risk regarding FDA is as gone as it could possibly be. Within about a month, we should get approval. They also just announced that they received the first shipment of machines, which means they'll be able to start booking revenue on those. So what you have here is a zero revenue company that's going to grow very rapidly. The other thing you have here is a company that almost no one knows about, but that's not going to last very long. And the reason it's not going to last very long is as soon as it gets above this peak here, and we're at 2.4 cents, it just has to get to 3.2 cents, which may not take very long. Once it breaks that peak, it's going to show up on all the stock scanners, and then you can get a lot more attention and the price will rise more rapidly. Plus, within a month, we'll get that FDA approval, and once the FDA approval comes along, sometimes a stock will do a 10x off FDA alone. But whatever it is, that will launch, and then the revenue will pick up after that. Despite what the stock market is doing, this is going to be a very strong stock, which brings another factor into play that's a benefit for us. People are going to be looking for strong stocks. You know, this market environment's very weak. Everything seems to go down, 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 down. And yet here we have a stock that's going up while most of the other stocks have been going down. And it'll continue to do so. And once that attracts attention, everybody's going to be looking for those stocks. So there's a big possibility that a lot of players will try and pile into this tiny boat, and it will lift a lot higher than it would have on a bull market or an average market. So RMSL is the symbol. It is very thinly traded, so if you're going to trade it Monday, be a little patient. You don't necessarily want to jump in first thing in the morning on the big spike, because typically it tends to spike big in the morning, sell off for a while, and then close up at the end of the day. So you might want to be a little patient depending on where it opens if you're going to buy some. So that's my 10x stock. I had hoped to have my foundational investment videos out before this. Sorry, but the Pulse Chain launch on the crypto world has kept me busy, and I haven't got those foundational videos done yet. But for now, again, this is a high-risk stock. We'll be keeping a strong eye on RMSL in the months to come. Here's the key parameters for trading RMSL. Remember, RMSL is a thin stock, so use common sense. Use limit orders. Don't use stop orders.